Spent a day at the beach, my friend and I came here to feel the sand tonight. If it ever was to end, I came here to contemplate. I came here to feel the waves out, all the visions in my head. And I think about it most day, most every night. Yeah, I held you once.
Okay, world, I'm getting ready to enter the Soul Survivor Art Gallery. Art galleries at Soul Survivor here in Belleville, Illinois, where the guy has been rude on the motorcycle. Hello, world. This is Benita's show, and we are here live today with one of our local artists in the Belleville area. Her name is Carolyn Karasek. Did I say that correctly? Miss Carolyn Karasek. She's an illustration artist, but she also does some fine arts. And we are here at the Soul Survivor Art Gallery. And tell us about some of your work. Well, introduce yourself to the viewers in my class.
Hi, I'm Carolyn Karasek, and I've been doing art since I was about 4 years old. I worked as a nurse for 25 years before going back to school at the age of 50 to finish my art degree and a master's degree in illustration, and then a master of fine arts in illustration. Illustration's a little bit different from fine art. They've always kind of battled it out, but I think each art at its best is still just art. But illustration art, usually you're hired to do a piece of art for the purpose of seeing it in print. So they're paying you to do an illustration, and it will be reprinted in a children's book, editorial, advertising, that type of thing.
Right.
Fine art, you do it for your own self, and it is what you're saying and what you are, and then if things work out, you will be able to sell the fine art in a gallery or freelance type thing.
Okay. Okay, this is good stuff. Real quick, before you start showing us your art, say hi to my class from the artists are alive and well. Say hi to my classmates and my instructor.
Hi class and instructor.
Okay. Show us your pieces over here real quick, and then I have some questions for you. Show us some of your pieces.
So I have a series of keepsakes, and these are done in acrylics, and I did them kind of the sole purpose of doing something for Mother's Day that mothers might like.
Okay.
Bouquets of flowers and special vases, special things that women collect. And these are some of actually my mother's keepsakes.
Wow. Okay.
And
are those repainted items of mother keepsakes, or is that part of the? Is that the name of the?
That's the name, and that's what they are. Yeah, I set them with still life.
Okay.
And of the keepsake items and of the flower bouquets.
Okay. And these are acrylic.
Yes,
Okay.
acrylic.
Acrylic on board. Okay. So these are your still life. Still life.
They're basically still lifes.
Okay.
These are Pastel.
Okay.
A series of miniature pastels. What you're looking at now, pastels from Taos, New Mexico.
Okay.
And I went down there and did some art down there. The blue door, blue window, path to the mountains. Okay. And then as you pan over, these other pastels are Midwest woods and the four seasons, basically.
Oh, the four seasons. Okay.
Autumn, summer field, and fall field, and then the winter woods. And these are done on hardboard coated I coated it with gesso and pumice and paste, and so it's kind of a rough surface, and then use pastels. And I like how they're set in the shadow box.
The shadow.
Stand out.
Do you use any particular framer to frame
I use different ones.
Okay.
I share.
Okay.
And some I even frame myself.
Okay. Okay. So this is like the Carolyn Karasek corner here at the Soul Survivor Gallery. This is like your corner. Okay. Awesome.
I've also recently done a series of ballet dancers from the Belleville School of Ballet, and they do the Nutcracker every Christmas, so I was able to observe and take reference shots and sketch the children and during the rehearsals, and that was on display in January, February.
Okay.
As far as my illustration, which Benita saw, a card of mine, Wink and Blink.
I was going to bring that up when we get actually sat down. The Wink and Blink and a beautiful, beautiful portrait, and I'm going to show it on the show too.
And those, well, I do have a few prints left. Those are available.
Okay.
They look good in children's bedrooms or kids' bedrooms, and the inspiration for that was my love of children and just children's books, storytelling.
Right.
And
okay, that's good. Hello world, we're back again with Carolyn Karasek, who is an illustrative artist, and she also does some fine art. So you had a little look at her corner here at the Soul Proprietor Art Gallery, and I had a few questions for her about some of her art. And hi to my classmates from Artists Are Alive and Well at Western University. We're doing that course online. Okay, how did you first become interested in illustration art?
Well, I think I've always liked the idea of storytelling, especially in the realm of children's books. And when I had been taking art classes in the 80s, I leaned more towards the illustrative arts, storytelling actually. And
do you also write stories in addition to? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Do you have any books out?
I have one book that's been really close to being published, and it's called Pocket Full of Beauty. And it's about a young slave girl that was owned by a Cherokee Indian and walked the Trail of Tears with the Indians. And she ended up in southern Illinois, Jonesboro, and Mr. Silkwood from the Silkwood Inn actually bought her freedom from the Indian and adopted her, and she lived out her life with this Mr. and Mrs. Silkwood, and it's a historical monument in southern Illinois. Mulkey Town is the name. Anyway, I wrote this book about this young girl. Her name was Priscilla, and
where can we find the book?
It's not published yet.
Not published yet? Okay.
But I have it. I could self-publish it, but I haven't done it. I've been so close to publishing it through several New York publishers, but didn't quite make it. Anyway, life happens, gets in the way. Anyway, this little Priscilla ends up bringing seeds from the hollyhocks, and that is her story, that she brings beauty in her pocket across the Trail of Tears, and planted the seeds in southern Illinois, and they still grow there today. True story.
Wow. Okay, I look forward to seeing that published.
Well, I know. Me too.
You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. Out of all the artwork that you've done, what would you say is your favorite piece? Do you have a favorite piece?
Probably the one I'm working on.
Okay.
When I'm working on it, and right now I'm working on a pastel piece, and it's called The Three Monarchs, and it's kind of a portrait of my daughter and a huge butterfly and Queen Anne's lace.
Okay.
That's my favorite at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who has been your inspiration in the art career field?
I think my parents.
Were they artists as well?
They were artists. We did a book about them called Partners in Art, 64 years. Did art together, studied at night school, Washington U. And they inspired me. I grew up around art all the time. As far as others, Mary Cassatt, Norman Rockwell, Winslow Homer, to name a few.
Wow.
Oh,
64 years.
Jesse Wilcox Smith, yeah.
And now you taking care of your mother now. How is that?
She's 95. Yeah.
Wow,
My-
95.
My dad was 100 when he passed. Yeah.
That's a long life.
I
So you
know.
got a lot more ahead of you then, huh?
I
You
hope
know,
so.
that's hereditary.
Yeah, I hope so.
How is juggling, taking care of your mother, who's 95, and juggling your art career?
It can be very trying, and the art career does hit the background
Yeah,
when
because
your
your mother is the
mother
forefront.
and my grandchildren. So, and that's why, as far as my mom and dad, my dad was able to produce more art, have more success than my mom because she had the family, which came first. So it's kind of like that.
Okay, wow, that's wonderful. I think that was all the questions I had. Now we can find your art on your website. You want to tell everybody what your website is?
You can go to www.carolynkarasek.studio.com.
Okay.
And Carolyn is Carolyn, Karasek, Karasek, studio.com. What's up there is mostly illustrative art, and I will eventually put on a link to the gallery art,
Okay.
which isn't there right now.
Now, one more thing, and then I'm gonna go. I promise I'll let you go.
That's okay.
What do you prefer, illustration or fine art?
I like both.
You like both? Did we already cover that? Am I back?
No, but I do like the illustration mostly because of the children's book and
you love the children's book.
storytelling.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for your time, Miss Carolyn, and say bye to the Benita Show viewers, and also to my classmates at Western University.
Thank you, Benita.
Bye,
Bye,
Will.
everybody.
Okay.
We host a First Friday art event, the first Friday of every month. Invite the community to come out, meet some of the artists, and have a glass of wine on us.
Now, where's that event held? Is it in the
It's
art gallery?
in the gallery
Okay.
at 125 East Main,
Okay. That's good.
and from 5 to 8.
Do you have a website?
Yes, we do. It's www.thegalleries@soulsurvivor.com.
Awesome.
Spent a day at the beach, my friend, and I came here to feel the sand, and if it ever was to end, I came here to contemplate, I came here to feel the waves out, all the visions in my head. And I think about it most every night. Yeah, I held you one time, felt so right. Glad you're on my side. thought about you just then. And I think about it most day, most every night. Yeah, I held you one time, felt so right. Glad you're on my side. Not a February guy. Before I lay my head, long to see that sunset. I long to see that sunset. I long to see that sunset again. Take the beat, and my